If I had to sum up today's entire video in a single word, it would be disorienting. I no longer understand what's happening on YouTube's trending page, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I feel like several lifetimes ago, the YouTube trending page used to be a somewhat decent place to find new content. The videos were reflective of what people were actually watching. But nowadays, I feel like they're reflective of what YouTube thinks will get the most views, which is not the same thing at all. There came a point where I would watch people's videos that would do really well, but somehow they would not wind up on the trending page. Whereas other content that had like a fraction of the views, but was more YouTube-y, was getting plastered there left and right. And recently, it has gotten so bad that I'm pretty sure the only way to wind up on YouTube's trending page is to either be a MrBeast clone, be extremely lucky, or just already have a massive built-in fan base. So I thought it would be fun today to take a look at the trending tab and see if we can make it out with all of our wits intact. Spoiler alert, 50% of the videos on there make me just never want to open youtube.com ever again. But first, welcome. My name is D'Angelo, and I am your professor of photographic novels, which is a very real degree that I definitely do have. Or maybe this is just me broadcasting myself talking in my room like YouTube used to be. And in today's lecture, I suppose I should address the elephant in the room. I have been on YouTube's trending tab multiple times, and honestly, it never has made sense to me. It's never my videos that actually get the most views. None of it makes any sense. I find it's all very circular. At this point, whenever I see that I'm on trending, which YouTube doesn't even let you know, by the way, I just chalk it up to random chance and move on with my life. Like, honestly, it doesn't even really contribute to your views in any noticeable way. Sure, there may be a few people who happen to browse, see a commentary video, and click in. But at this point, the trending page definitely moved from something to aspire to something where I'm just like, oh, again? As fun as it is to point and laugh, I feel like this also says a lot about how YouTube has changed over the years. See, here is the trending page in all its glory. And ostensibly, it is still used to promote new creators. At the very top, they usually have this creator on the rise section. And right now, they seem to be promoting this Cooking with Big Cat 305, which is an amazing channel name. Yes, YouTube is still the place to go if you want to learn how to make a Western omelet.
You're gonna like the results, trust me.
That's the thing about homemade food, is like, the sloppier it is, the better it tastes somehow. I don't know how it works, but it does. Maybe I should have eaten before recording this, but it's too late now. But anyway, I love stuff like this, right? The idea of smaller creators getting a platform. But whereas YouTube is still the place for that, the actual #1 and 2 videos on trending, I think, say a lot more. You've got late night television, but on YouTube, and MrBeast beating people up in the thumbnail. I almost feel like I could just end this video right there. Like, that's YouTube now. And listen, I don't hate that YouTube has content from network television on its platform. More people being able to watch more things equals good in my book. I just find it funny that the #1 trending video on YouTube right now is not a YouTuber. I just feel like that says a lot.
Hey there. Is that nice?
I want to love SNL. I want to love Saturday Night Live. I see so many people having so much fun. Maybe one day it'll hit me. I'll just wake up at 3 a.m. like, it is funny. I get it now. Anyways, moving on from network TV, you've got MrBeast, who is a YouTuber, unfortunately, and he's here with 100 identical twins fight for $250,000. Something about MrBeast's thumbnails is so strange. Like, they're photoshopped to the point where it gives me Animorphs. Do you remember that? Do you remember that insane level of Photoshop back when people were like, oh, Photoshop is a thing, let's use it for all media ever? Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. Like, back when they weren't even trying to make anything look real. I feel like that's kind of what MrBeast is giving nowadays. But anyway, I can't wait to see 100 identical twins fight for money.
Behind me are 100 sets of twins, and they're gonna compete for $250,000.
Never mind, I can't sit through this video. There was not enough flashing and quick cuts for me. Maybe if he included a few more sound effects, I would have made it past the 10-second mark. Okay, so fun fact, my browser froze while I was trying to screen record. You heard it here first, folks. MrBeast literally broke this video. Why are we stuck here, of all places? Okay, take 2. We are so back. I think 7 seconds is enough MrBeast for today. So right under slots 1 and 2, we have trending shorts, which I mean, come on. It's almost like it's intentional at this point. I could not have curated a better trending page to represent how I feel about YouTube if I tried. So we've got Dave Ramsey meeting Donald Trump for the first time, which is great. Trying Tesla's insane new update. A man riding a mobile electrical box.
This is the least likely to be stolen electric bike of all time.
Honestly, one should never even try to understand the shorts algorithm. Just go with it. Anyway, moving on. At number 3 on trending, we've got Curtis Connor. Yay! An individual who created a YouTube video for YouTube. Who knew that was so difficult to find? Pointless AI products. I mean, that's a bit redundant. Joking. By the way, artificial intelligence does have its uses. It's just sad and strange that there's such a vocal majority of people who seem to want its main use to be putting artists and writers out of commission by stealing their work. Speaking of pointless AI, I have to show you my least favorite feature that YouTube rolled out. It's so bad, it's to the point where I genuinely can't believe it's real. So if you open your YouTube dashboard, you have this tab called the Inspiration tab. And I guess its point is to use AI to try to get you ideas for your next video. So it analyzes, I guess, videos that people are watching right now. Got multiple pro-Trump videos once again, though we have anti-JD Vance content. So it's kind of like YouTube's just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And I don't really feel like my audience is watching much of this content at all, to be honest. I also don't understand what motivates them to show these. This is like my own personal hell version of a trending tab. I just realized every day I upload a new video, I know that just one page over, this is lurking, and I get to see anything from OnlyFans models going broke to Andrew Tate going to jail, which, I mean, I guess I do want to see that in some ways, but you know what I mean. And so besides new videos to inspire you, more so inspiring me what not to do, they have this what people are looking for tab. Let's just go ahead and click how to become internet famous. Okay, so YouTube is telling me that this has low interest from your viewers. Really? None of you guys are trying to become influencers after the hours and hours of content I've created about how weird a lot of them are? Thank God. So for what people are watching related to this search, we have a video from 8 years ago. We have a video about why you do not want to go viral. Oh, Tom Scott, I miss you. This man uploaded weekly for a decade straight, and they were all bangers. That's the crazy, they were all bangers. Anyway, this section is mid. Let's try a different search. I'm gonna search for something my viewers would actually be interested in. Let's talk about Chapel Roan. Okay, so similar ideas to Chapel Roan include Army Hammer's accusers, the fall of Army Hammer, and escaping FKA Twigs, a survivor story. What? Bro, FKA Twigs has not done anything. So the AI also allows you to generate an outline from any topic. It says the couple is in the midst of a divorce and the couple's children are caught in the middle of the divorce. Meanwhile, FKA Twigs does not have any children, and also she's never at any point been married. You know what? Let's make a video about me, actually. We couldn't generate ideas for this topic. Okay, well, at the very least, they are displaying my videos. You know what? Let's make a video about Curtis Connor. A case study in Curtis Connor's fall from grace. Curtis Connor's descent into madness? Or the internet's role in Curtis Connor's downfall. I want to make a video about Curtis Connor's descent into madness. Top 10 dark Disney moment. What does this have to do with Curtis? Bro, what is happening? Okay, nah, we're gonna try one more. We are going to make a video about T-Swizzle. Do you want to talk about the problematic lyrics of Taylor Swift's songs? A reaction video to the problematic lyrics of BTS song? What? Or problematic faves, a love-hate relationship. Now let's go ahead and drag her music. That'll get me views. Taylor Swift songs that are creepy. Taylor Swift songs that are sexist. Just plain bad. Bro, this is not cool. The story of us is boring and uninspired. Lover is cloying and sentimental. What's wrong with being sentimental? Me is vapid and self-indulgent. The lesson we can learn from Taylor Swift's songs. It's okay to have bad songs. Dear God. Anyways, Curtis, if you want to make a sequel to your pointless AI products video, feel free to include YouTube's inspiration tab. All right, so at number 4 on trending, we have sports balls, the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Alabama Crimson Tide, and he has the ball. He's running down the field. This is a career high for the guys in the red jerseys. They are definitely different guys from the ones in the white jerseys. Oh, he just threw that ball. Let's watch that again so we can see. Why are they having a cat fight? Wait, that was kind of funny. Stop it. Stop it. No, you stop. Maybe one day I'll get football. American football, but the time is not now. Anyways, next up we've got a MrBeast clone. Yay! I built a secret zoo in my house. And how can you tell this is a MrBeast clone, even though I've never seen this person's content? Because you've got the Animorphs thumbnail. Look at it. I promise you that when I click into this in the first 10 seconds, he's going to have subtitles on the screen, an annoying sound effect. He's going to be speaking at a volume above a speaking voice. And it's either going to be a drone shot or like an unnecessarily moving camera shot. I swear to God.
Today, I'm building a secret zoo in my house. And you're probably wondering why. My friends and I can't decide which zoo animal is the best.
Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy. 31 million subs though. So, I mean, clearly it does work, just not on me because I'm not 12. My favorite animal is a monkey, but I think she wins because she has the most colorful room. Every time someone likes this comment, I'll watch it again. Oh, buddy, this person is trapped in MrBeast clone purgatory. Watching this 400 times, watching this once sounds like a lot for me. And you know, this content obviously takes a lot more effort than me sitting in my room laughing at it, but I don't care. And I shall continue to laugh. All right, so next up we have a gaming video, which I think is nice. This video is of course immediately followed by Israel bombs Yemen and Lebanon and further military escalation. So this feels like a wee bit of a tonal whiplash to me personally. Maybe you could make like a separate news section. I don't know, bro. Anyways, next up you've got Ryan Trahan trying every Airbnb category. You know, the funny thing about Ryan is I think he actually used to be a commentary YouTuber. Unironically, you have to go like way back. Yeah. 4 years ago, he is reacting to cut videos, Facebook Marketplace, bad ads, bad commercials, reacting to Hannah stalking and Lele Pons. Oof, I haven't thought about those two in years. Copying Cody Ko's Instagram for a week. Oh, buddy. But you know, the algorithm wants what the algorithm wants, and the algorithm wants I stayed in MrBeast's nuclear bunker. I wouldn't go so far as to call Ryan Trahan a MrBeast clone specifically. I'm not calling Ryan a bad person. I just think the pipeline to MrBeast type content is interesting to behold. I've switched niches before in the past. I didn't start off as commentary, but honestly, I can't really see myself switching again. Or more specifically, I think I would switch one more time. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My final evolution will be just doing Jenna Marbles type content. Why couldn't she be the one to inspire a bunch of YouTubers? I don't want to see people spending $100,000 to make a YouTube video. I want to see making a dog a birthday cake. I want to wake up in that timeline where like Jenna Marbles type content is what's overrunning YouTube, because I would watch all of it. But, you know, seeing as Ryan has uploaded 370 videos, netting 3.7 billion views, I think at this point he's averaged 10 million views a video on all videos, so I understand the hustle. Okay, Ryan, I get it. Anyways, next up we've got Beyonce and then Minecraft, but I get captured in PvP Civilization. You know, times are strange when I'm actually nostalgic for Minecraft videos. And you've got more football, more Minecraft, and North Carolina flooding. Oh my. Deaths confirmed. Jeez, dude. Why do we always follow up gaming videos with like heinous world news? Anyway, you've got an Animorphs thumbnail. Do I even have to say it? Let's see how many bingo spots we get for I tested 100 years of toys.
Which year had the best toy?
And starting off,
If you've seen one, you've truly seen them all. Only real Unspeakable fans can like this comment. Only real OG Unspeakable fans can like this. If you like his videos, like this comment. Listen, someone's got to make videos for the kids, presumably. But this is how I know it could never be me. To create a video and then open the comments and nobody is actually talking about the video, even in the top comments, I would cry every day. Also, this seems like a good time to bring up the views. Now listen, getting 400,000 views in 23 hours is honestly really good. However, I'm not sure if it's like trending page level views, if that makes sense. Like, here's a video that Moist Critical just uploaded that has like double the views in less time. And of course, it's not a one-to-one comparison, right? Because Charlie's channel is enormous. And I'm not saying that every big video from every big creator should wind up on the trending page. I'm just saying this feels very specifically curated because at this point, YouTube is desperate for MrBeast clones. MrBeast has shown that kind of putting all your hopes and dreams on one person, even if they are the biggest creator, is not a good look because people are people. So I'm not surprised that YouTube seems to be fairly aggressively testing out replacements. I'm just kind of surprised at how blatant it all is. Like, commentary is not an original genre by any means, but I feel like if my thumbnails were this similar to like the largest people in my niche, people would be dragging me. They'd be dragging me. But he's got 18 million subscribers, so anyways, next up we've got another weather related video followed by I tried the best Chinese food in America. See, food videos, that's another thing I'm nostalgic for, even though this is kind of an Animorphs thumbnail. I get it though. I get it. You have to do what works, right? If I switched my thumbnails to that, would they get more views? Because listen, I make faces in my thumbnails for sure, but they're always pulled from like my actual videos at this point. At least on this channel, I don't like try to make thumbnail faces. I just naturally have a thumbnail face sometimes. But now I'm starting to second guess this video because I was going to name it something like, bro, what is wrong with YouTube's trending page? But now I'm going to change it to like, I watched every video on YouTube's trending page in 24 hours. Or we could do like the surprise one. Disgust. Actually, I already make that face a lot. That one's not very far off. But no, the more I see this, honestly, the more stubborn it makes me. Mark my words, YouTube, you will never get me to upload an Animorphs thumbnail. And again, do I think that makes it bad content? No. Joshua Wiseman put a lot of work into a video and he's trying to get views on it by complying with YouTube's thumbnail meta. I don't think that makes the creators bad. I just wish there was less of a meta to play along with. All right, we've got family channels plastering their baby in the thumbnail. It's kind of weird because the older I get, the more family channels creep me out. Like I've always disliked them. Oh my god, they kind of got the MrBeast thing going on too. But like the closer I get to the age where I could conceivably start a family, the more I realize how weird it is to want to monetize that of all things. I don't know, bro. Maybe they're lovely people, but I'm just glad that when I was born, no one was trying to make me content. Forget about the family vloggers. I'm just really curious as to how the kids are going to wind up in this scenario. I hope everything's on the up and up, but I wouldn't be surprised if in like, what, 4 or 5 years, these kids start speaking up because family channels have been a thing for a while. All right, we've got more football, but this time it's European football. Could you imagine if like American commentators just used British slang? Right, what's all this then? And he is barreling down the field in it. That was a bloody fantastic showing for Man United. Anyway, you've got Minecraft again. Ted Nivison trying popsicles. Now this is the kind of content I want to see. I mean, maybe not a mayonnaise popsicle. That's horrifying. But this is YouTuber core right here. Thank you, Ted. You've got this guy explaining Porsche's new 6-stroke engine patent. Okay. See, this is my kind of content as well. I am not even a car man, but I love people explaining like incredibly specific information. You know what? To be honest, I might actually save this video. We may be watching this one later. I love useless information. Like, this isn't useless for everybody. Obviously, this is important stuff for a lot of people, but it's useless for me. And I love it for some reason. I don't know why. All right, next up, we've got gymnastics, dress to impress, more hurricane weather related stuff. The Odd Ones Out celebrating 10 years, which is amazing. Man, I don't even know what I'm going to do when I reach the 10-year mark on YouTube. I think about it sometimes, like, will I keep going? Will I quit? But I feel like my answer currently is, who cares? That sounds like a problem for the future me. Right now, it's enough for me to just have fun making videos day by day. Set a timer for like 3 or 4 years and then we'll get our answer. We have Fortnite made a huge mistake. Oh man, I feel like the thumbnails are somehow getting scarier. Is it just me? But wait, I want to know what Fortnite did.
Are you serious? There's no way. Oh my goodness. Today we're going to be testing some Fortnite.
Never mind, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, we've got more gaming, Billie Eilish, more sports. Oh, this is rugby. It's like football with no helmets. We've got this guy testing viral stone and wood bench.
Hundreds of you have DM'd me this video that has 12.5 million views of this wizard building a granite wooden dovetail bench.
I get it. I get it. I genuinely understand. It's just funny. I think the thing about the MrBeast style of presentation is it does work, right? If instead of focusing on your actual personality, you more so focus on being extremely clear in your video and you deliver information in a way that nobody could possibly misunderstand, it works, you know? But I don't want to watch the most perfect version of a video. I think that's how I feel. I don't want to watch the most algorithmically friendly, well-edited version of someone's idea because personally, I would just watch some random person making a stone and wood bench for no reason. I want to hear a voice when I click into YouTube, a personality, you know, not YouTuber. I feel like YouTuber has kind of coalesced into a singular identity. And that is what's kind of jumping out at me on the trending page. It's hard for me to explain, but do you see what I mean? All right, we've got more YouTube videos, more sports, JonTron, MrBeast clone number 450 million. It's funny because this guy used to be in my niche too. So back when I used to upload art content on my other channel, Z8C was also uploading art content. I mean, technically you could say what he's doing now is art as well, but it used to be like way more normal. Drawing Spider-Man in 10 minutes, 1 minute and 10 seconds. No budget at the art supply store, shopping spree, huge giveaway, draw yourself challenge. This is so funny. I didn't realize that I have lost multiple people in my YouTube life to the MrBeast curse. Survive 10 days in one color, win $100,000. Like, what's this content even mean, really? Anyways, we've got what to do when you're broke in Roblox. We've got Bo and Yang as Moo Dang, aka more Saturday Night Live, late night television, more weather stuff. And you know, as serious as this hurricane is, obviously, this winding up on the trending page makes more sense to me because it's a trending story. It's happening. You know what I mean? Do we really need to see every single time a MrBeast clone posts to the platform? Is that really a trend? I guess it is one, but it's a very long meta trend. And I just feel like there's probably space on here for more people doing other things, perhaps. We've got Pokemon. Oh yeah, let's go.
And I have 2 Poketubers who will have 18 minutes to go.
Why does everyone edit like this? Why does everyone edit like this? Why? All right, so you've got the hurricane, animated history videos, hurricane stuff, 4.5 years of living in an abandoned ghost town? Wait, I want to live there.
Hello there. My name is Brent, and right now we are in the abandoned mining town of Cerro Gordo.
Wow, it is surprisingly refreshing to be talked to like a normal person by a normal person right now.
And this town used to be the largest silver mine in California, with thousands of residents and hundreds of millions of dollars worth of ore.
See, this to me is proof that everyone else is being hyper for no reason. There is, in my opinion, no reason to edit your video all crazy like that because you can still create compelling content without trying to overstimulate people. Shoot, I'm gonna watch this video later too. Anyways, we've got more music, more football, an Animorphs thumbnail, which once again, the views don't really support being on the trending tab, but the editing does.
I'm building a 5-star luxury hotel for dogs.
Anyways, more music, more football, more weather, and one of those spooky animated music videos. Man, I'm nostalgic for those too. Remember they used to make those like Five Nights at Freddy's songs? I didn't even play Five Nights at Freddy's, but that was a time. Bring all of that back. The scary Undertale music, I want all of it right now. But yeah, that's the trending tab. You've either got content from entities that are not YouTubers, the occasional YouTuber making normal videos. They're out there. It's not all MrBeast content, but then literally everything else is MrBeast content. And the interesting thing is, I made a video like this 4 years ago, something like that. And it was almost the same thing with the key difference that at least the actual YouTubers on that video were making varied content. To see the overwhelming majority of individuals on this trending tab today just doing their best to fit in with that hyperactive retention editing type thing, it's sad. Honestly, I find it sad. But to be clear, I don't want to just sound like an old man yelling at a cloud. YouTube itself, like outside of the trending page, still has tons of creators who are uploading really cool content. Things that feel a little more personal, a little more individual to the specific creator. So this is the part where I think I would like to open it up to you. What I would like to see in my comments today is your own personal trending tab. Just leave a YouTuber that you like to watch, what kind of content they make and why you're interested in it. Just remind people that not everything is this. What's up, guys? Today I decided to find out what would society look like if MrBeast had never uploaded a video. One day it will all be that. Make no mistake. But until then, I think we're doing fine. But that's my take on the situation. Dave's take on the situation is that none of this matters because one day YouTube will fall, but he will still be standing, which is kind of ominous, but not untrue. And I am, of course, excited to hear your take. I mean, this is the part of the video where a layman would ask you to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. But I will ask you to enroll, evaluate the video, and submit your feedback. Because I am, of course, running a 100% completely, totally, all the way, okay, maybe not really, somewhat unaccredited university. Probably. Just ask anybody in the student body and they'll confirm it for you. We're totally legit. And as for me, whether you'll see me in 24 hours or 24 months is honestly anyone's guess, but until then, thanks for watching. Your homework for today is to watch something boring on purpose, just for a little while.